Good morning, everyone. I'm Lady Camila Fajardo. Today, we're going to talk about gender discrimination in workforce as my advocacy. It is no secret that men are seen to be more powerful in any walks of life. This starts at home, where the man of the family, usually the father, decides for the well-being of the family. This leaves women in the family with minimal voices and authority. This very basic indication of men's power is observable across cultures and stretches from home into the workforce system. In the recent study of MSN Polling 2017, when men were asked if diversity is significant in their workplaces, 1 out of 3 responded that it is not important at all. The same poll also indicates that 20% of the people are willing to work with men and only 6% are willing to work with women. This data which highlights men, power, and favor. However, it does not equate to their productivity. According to the Hodges 2018, women are most likely to be hired for an executive position when an organization is facing crisis. This shows that women are problem solvers and are great analytical asset in the workplace. However, several factors and indications still manifest gender discrimination in workforce systems, and the issue needs to be further addressed and solidified by refined laws that protect women as if it does men. Women are experiencing unjust inequality in terms of compensation. According to VJ 2015, it was found that the median pay of women working full-time is 30% lower than their men counterpart, and the blamable reason for the variation in gender gap salaries can be accounted to the discriminatory practice in the workforce system. The gender pay gap is an observable phenomenon to be the highest in the respect of Korea, Russia, Estonia, Japan, India, and lists with Poland, Spain, New Zealand, Slovenia, and Holloway. The situation in drunk promotion is no different. Women are often denied the position promotion in companies because of the gender stereotypes that's favored, which is really hard to change. Some evidences even shows that a woman is still more likely to be denied for a job position even if she went to a good school with the same qualification as her male counterpart. This, as per Roger Law Office's 2017, is the reason why only 17% of women holds executive position like board seats among respected companies. Moreover, the discriminatory effect of marginalizing women in the workforce is a barrier on women excelling in their own careers. The metaphoric categorization of women in the symbol of glass ceiling explain how it requires them to exert more effort or render substantial tenure in the workplace to be considering eligible to assume higher office, therefore breaking the glass ceiling. Also, sexual assault and abuse are an example of constraints that physicalizes the evident gender discrimination. In the recent study of National Sexual Violence Resources Center of 2013, while in duty, employees have gone through 36,500 rapes from 1993 to 1999. 4 out of 5 of these rape cases victimized women. One of their study also found that 38% of women have experienced sexual harassment in the workplace. Adding salt into the injury, there have been arguments that this sexual assault are just considered workplace injury. Instead of treating it with the right and just application of law, the patriarchal dominance and using the authoritative leverage over women forced them to remain quiet and compensate the extraordinary injury it caused by monetary remedy. Furthermore, cases of workplace sexual assaults or violence is considered as one of the most unreported cases as the result of oppression that seems to be more encrypted in the social system. The discriminatory practice of gender biases are split in our ways that we treat the implications of the sexual assault as financial losses for the company. The main essence of preservation of human resources by providing a workplace conducive for collective learning and mission-attaining movements is greatly disregarded. The post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD is likely in 50% to 95% of rape cases that leads to absenteeism, poor job performance, and later resignation from work or incapacity to work. In light of financial loss, the victimization cost of each rape decreases the productivity of the company. As the organization loses its more pivotal component of assets, it prevails the implication of having a gender dominance in workplace. Apart from the cost of fighting these rape cases, is the cost that the organization has to pay for neglecting the rights of women to have a substantial role in the company and their safety and security in the workforce. As women are proven more analytical on their dealings, the gradual decline in numbers in the workforce tend to conceive a loss of substantiated outputs and prudent products. The idea of them breaking the glass ceiling is often seen as a threat to the established social contract of corporate breakthroughs which are invariably led by men. The gender discrimination in workforce, although let alone damages the coincidence of women in their respective working environment when crossed the line to inflict serious injuries, rather than just categorized as one gender is inferior to other, it should be a societal concern. More than the case-to-case basis of addressing it, a whole resolution on organizational system should be the logical act. The influence of gender biases that leads to discrimination is cultivated in the basic fabrication of its worker, regardless of gender and other demographic factors. The foundation of their upbringing on how they view another co-worker commences as their respective households. On brighter note, women's success in their respective fields further proves their just and right recognition. Also, despite the challenges being faced, women of today continue to break the boundaries set against in a field ruled by men. In a business journal, Hummel 2018 said that most companies are highly aware that supporting female leadership and fostering gender inequality is an absolute must in today's work environment. With more businesses jumping on the gender equality bandwagon, it's easier to see the data behind the importance of women in the workforce. This contemporary ideology on women in workforce and leadership gave birth to new view from people. According to New Pew Research Center survey on women and leadership of 2015, most Americans find women indistinguishable from men on key leadership traits such as intelligence and capacity for innovation, with many saying they are stronger than men in terms of being compassionate and organized leaders. Again, I'm Lady Camille A. Fajardo, and my advocacy is all about gender discrimination in workforce. Thank you.